Been a while since I got you a moonshot. Tuesday night. It's a wee bit lower than it's been the last couple nights, and about an hour later coming out. Kind of weird. It's been up there where the remnants of that chemtrail is, and like I said, an hour earlier. And if I'd have started recording just a little bit sooner, old Ichabod Crane was flying across somewhere over here. I didn't see him, but I heard him. He was squawking. So anyway, and no, I went in the shop and checked a little bit ago. That thing hasn't popped off yet, but the camera sure does make it look like a lot lighter out here. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Well, it's like 44 degrees, 96% humidity, and she was laying there with a little bit of fluid, and I think she lost some there. So I'm hoping to get her to walk around that gate and go over any other pin. Her udder is full. I'm kind of hoping I don't waste any time this morning either. You know? I'll keep going the way you're going, girl. We want you to go in the other pen. Yeah. There you go. No. Now turn around and go in that other one. Anyway, see if I can get her in there. Well, I finished feeding. Shop's opened up and cooling off. I did find where she lost her water. See the shiny spot in the middle of the screen? Yeah. That's not wet manure because she don't have wet manure. She hadn't been on pasture. And let's see if my phone's going to flip you around or not. Maybe I'll come over here. But it took me damn near 45 minutes to get her moved over. She would not go over. And of course, you know, I had a gate or a feeder in the way, but that little gate over there comes just short. And I couldn't walk around to run her in because she kept wanting to come through. And I texted Ty, got nowhere, called her and finally got somewhere, woke her up. So I come back after talking to Becky and feeding the steers, and we are making headway on the very last one of the year.
He's going to put in the other.
There. Yeah, we'll put water in there for now.
Well, yeah, okay.
Very last one of the season. Nice looking bull calf.
That's what we fucking need too.
She did good. She did really good.
That's awesome.
She did get, he got pulled. Legs were crossed, head was cocked on an angle.
So Steffi can have.
But at any rate, live calf on the ground. There's a live pigment like Mommy's got. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I let go of the chain handle and got her untied and got her up. Not a bad size. Got pigment on both eyes. Hi, buddy. Hi. Welcome to the world. Oh, yeah. And Supervisor Blakely. She wants to feed the cow some straw. Oh, good mama. Puppies are getting snoopy. I chased two of them out of there. Bandit and Baler were in with her, but they weren't bothering her. They don't need to be in there. She's being a good mama. Baler, no! Calf has been up. Haven't seen him eat yet, but he's been up. But what the hell? And I don't know if it's haze up on the hill or if it was trying to sprinkle earlier up there. I think it's haze because Ty and I went to town yesterday and everything looking over toward the Coast Range was all hazed. Couldn't see anything. Barely see the hills. Anyway, and hey, look, another appliance to get rid of. Got a friend that's living upstairs, and the refrigerator started giving him fits. So, yay. Now we've, in the last year, let's see, we've got air conditioner, 2 refrigerators, washer and dryer, oven, microwave, and I hope that's it. Because the only things left, and I don't want to jinx myself, but there's 2 trash mashers, a range, and an oven. And we don't need any more. I mean, I got to get a scrap box out here, dumpster, and get rid of some appliances. I mean, I got half a freaking dumpster full of appliances. I've been wondering what else I need to cut up to be able to make a load. Most of this stuff right here all goes. So, one more thing I got to do. Besides move that, get the other baler hooked up, figure what we're going to do for running the double rake. But stuff like this, we're not going to be baling. It looks like it's supposed to be 2 or 3 days overcast. And heavy dews in the morning, we're not going to be just that much longer. And no, it did not jump off overnight. I'll probably hit it, see if it'll go any farther, and if it doesn't, then I'll take that off, and all I can do, I mean, granted, it's from the bottom, there's still a race here, and there's the pin sticking up. All I can do is try to go straight in like this and try to heat, but the flange on the pin, it's out at least to my fingernail, doesn't leave a whole lot to heat besides the pin. But if I can cherry the pin a little bit, maybe it'll let it loose. I don't know. Well, look, it's still on there. And really, I was thinking, we don't have to take all this off. Yes, I got my gloves on yet, or one of them. All we have to do is get that bottom pin out, clean stuff up, put new pins in, put new bearings in, put the caps on, and bolt it up. The problem is, I can't even get this off before that bottom pin comes out. Heated. Watch flames go everywhere, because, you know, there's a little bit of residue inside that housing. So, you know, all I could do is go in. I'll give you a little better view. Point it down, watch it flip. The outer race is still in down there, and the pin's in the middle, and the inner race is still on the pin. There's just no bearing. So all there is a gap like that to get the torch in and go around and, you know, heat it as hot as I can get it without wasting the seal here and the seal here. And I don't think it'd hurt the U-joints, but there's still seals close. And yeah, put the puller back on with the new nut. The plate's on the same way, put the washers the other way, and they're now bent the opposite direction now, and it ain't moved. So I really don't know what the hell to do. If it wasn't enclosed, it'd be so much easier, because say the Case IH is being open, it's open from here to here. This just has a bottom piece and a top piece, and the same with this. And you can get right into the pin, you can heat it up, you can do whatever you want. But not on this one. By the way, it's now 10 o'clock, and I started my day at 5. Granted, this isn't the only thing I've done, but it's most of what I've done. Well, do something we can do anyway. She's got the pin dropped in. We're just moving it so it's not getting hooked up. It's just put the bolt in and put the nut on and get it out of the way. And I don't know what to do with that sucker up there. Trying to get Larry to come down from Idaho. He's got a 30-ton pin puller. That, you know, told him if he hurries up, we can probably get it done by supper, and I'll feed him well. But that's like a 9.5-hour trip for him. Oh well. Well, when Ty came out in the shop earlier, she told me that she'd been down here and gotten him onto one. He just got up. Come down to check him after lunch. And he's got her figured out, so that's 90% of the battle. Now the biggest thing is keeping the pups out of there. Boys, no. And yeah, Balen's over there where she lost her water. All things that smell good. And you're a good mama, huh? Yeah, very good mama. You tell the pups to stay out of the way too, okay? Yeah, that's hooked up. No, it's on the drawbar anyway. Still haven't gotten that stinking pin to move. But we got stuff to do. I really don't want to put the rakes on the International because we don't have anything in the cab for the control box. And yeah, I guess that's about all I can say about that. Really can't use the white case because I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of hitch adjustments on the rake, because the white case, the drawbar is like 5 inches lower than the rest of the tractors. One thing drives me crazy about that one. That was a pain on the old big baler, because you couldn't, the way it set, you couldn't set the pickup on the baler down very far. So the throat wasn't really big. And yes, I gotta see where these pups went because they didn't go out with me. Because they're right there, mowing on afterbirth. Yeah, they're healers, they listen. Puppies, come on. Balen. Bandit. Ghost. Come on. They won't leave stuff alone in there. They'll lay down up here on the concrete in the shade. And they'll stay up here. And by the way, it's not too bad out today. Although they're doing a good job painting the skies. About 75 degrees. It's kind of nice. 3/4 drive. Earthquake air impact out of the service truck. On a 1/2 inch hose. Same hose we're in the 1 inches on. I got pieces laying here. I don't know where the rest are. Yes, hi pup. Yes, hello Balen. That's what we just did. So, freaking yay. But if I come up here and look, I think it might have moved it. See the shiny part? That's the ridge on the pin that the bearing goes against. But right above that, there's a little better than a 1/16 of an inch gap. I think I'll try to apply a little bit of heat right in there. Not that I can get very far. And then maybe spray some fluid film in there. Not that it's going to go uphill very well. It's probably just going to make a big frickin' mess, but I think we moved it. She pulls up and beeps at me. Why? Because she's got to go help Ron work on Bobby's truck. And she's got to go home to her parents. What do you think, Blakely? Did you have a good day?
She goes, I got my juice, Pampa.
Too busy with her juice. Did you see a new baby today? Yeah. Down in the barn, huh? Okay, well.
Hold on more.
Bye-bye, Blakely. Well, this is the good one. The other one's still under there. I haven't put the puller back on it since I finished well, I got to remake the bolt yet. That's torch marks. I'm kind of wondering how somebody got a torch in the right direction to leave the marks that way. Because when this is in there, you literally have that much room to get in. And not even that, actually, because those marks would be from cutting the cone race out. And a little marky mark there too. So that's interesting. Lots of wear, which is kind of interesting because that wears on the outside. And this goes on this way, which puts the cone in, which is this wear here. So I don't know what, actually I do know what that is. That's wear from the outside. That's after the bottom one went and the top got loose and that thing was going like this on it. But anyway, I identified this the other day. There is no numbers on it. Ty thought she found part numbers, but what she found, you can kind of see them right above my thumb. What she found is those numbers pressed into it, which is normal. I mean, they're not necessarily pressed in, it's just discolored from it. Going by part numbers in the book. Excuse my scribble, but that top number is that pin. I think it's parts ASAP, I think is where that one's going to come from. There's your bearing numbers and dimensions. I talked to Tom on the phone earlier and I said, everything's metric. And he goes, oh, I probably don't have any metric Timken. There's your measurements on that pin too. Which all those measurements are given in metric. I didn't convert to see if it converts. Well, it's got to convert because those two are standard size bearing, not metric. Scamazon, I found them for $50 a piece. Both part numbers get you the complete unit. That's $50 for the complete unit. That's the best price I've found. And it is actually supposed to be. And the measurements all align in their description and everything. But I'll show you where the book really screws me up. This book we got with the tractor. Oh, I ain't gonna lose my place. Right there. 3545 tractor parts book. All the way through. Yet, I'm going to screw myself up. I got to find my page again. I know there's a paper towel in there. I just got to find it. It's back here a ways. Bear with me. I'm getting closer. I know I've showed this before. This is the only thing it shows for the kingpin knuckle, which is nothing that we have. There's no parts breakdown for serial numbers or anything. We're showing this setup, which I think that's a solid cone. I don't think that's a bearing. Same with here. So it's not, this book is not making sense. The parts book, which Becky just printed off the other day, it shows this style where the kingpin is part of the cap and a seal goes at the bottom. They're not showing the bearings in there, of course. Then they show this style, that 57 at the bottom, that's an O-ring, and I think the O-ring actually goes in that groove. This is what we have. Number 56 here is shims. There were no shims in it. The only shim in it was underneath the cap, a round, regular hard bearing shim that sets right on this and pushes it down. This is the orientation it goes. Cone goes in on the pin. This goes in with the cap into the hole. And that's the only thing, was a shim there to hold that down. And the bottom, your guess is as good as mine, because, you know, that just came out as a bunch of powder. And we go over here and find the bearings they show here, and 40 and 42. 42 bearing self-centering with nylon insert. Don't know about that. 40 bearing tapered roller. Order 1, 212-609M1, which is the cup, and a 212-610M1, which is the cone. From what I can tell, that's the Timken number. That's the Timken number right off of those. So, I got a hold of Tom before he left the shop, luckily. He wrote stuff down. He's going to check that for me in the morning to see if he has any, or if he can get any right away. If he can't get them right away, they're going to come from Scamazon. And with how it usually goes with Tom, Scamazon's $50 per set. He's probably going to beat that price. Don't ask me how he does it, but he does it. And they're quality bearings, so I don't argue. He has his ways. This is why I lean on Tom. Probably way too much, way more than I should. But, you know, a couple pounds of hamburger here and there kind of helps me stay on his good side. So, anyway, I don't know what the hell I did with my plate. It's not on the drill press. I know I finished up there. And I don't think it's... Oh, it is over here. Yes, you're right. I did not clean it up. That's the other piece of it out there. I just cut off what I needed. Another bolt to go in it. Happens to be a grade 8. I'm not sure which one of the metric bolts I want to use. I got one that's brand new. It's probably the one I'm going to use, and hope to God it doesn't pop it. But as for today, I'm done. I mean, I'm glad I got Ty in here for a little bit to help me. Made a difference. She got some stuff cleaned up. She got the bottom cap cleaned up. Run the air scaler on the inside of it. It looks pretty good. I still got to drill and tap a hole because it's getting a grease zerk. And the other side, I don't know if I want to pull the caps off to drill or not. The top one, I'm sure will be fine. It's probably going to be like this side was. Be relatively clean, just some dry grease. But the other side might be a little ugly inside. So, anyway, that's my story for the day. I'm going to go feed, go in, put a video up. And I probably gabbed way too much, but maybe that's some information that can help some people. I hope. If not, I hope you enjoyed seeing the trials and tribulations, shall we say. So, thanks for watching. Hope you all had a great hump day. Hope everybody has a great Thursday.